Every year on June 23rd, the world pauses to recognize International Widows' Day, a day that calls on us all to reflect on the lives, challenges, and triumphs of widows across the globe. This is not just a date on the calendar, but a powerful reminder of the millions of women whose stories often go untold. International Widows' Day is dedicated to acknowledging the struggles and strength of widows globally. It is a day to honor their resilience, to recognize their pain, and to celebrate their courage in the face of adversity. Behind the label of widow is a woman who has endured profound loss, often losing not just a partner, but also her sense of security, her social standing, and sometimes even her basic rights. Each widow's journey is unique, but all deserve our compassion, understanding, and unwavering support. Too often, widows are left to navigate their grief alone, facing isolation and stigma from their communities. Many are denied inheritance, access to education, or the ability to work simply because of their marital status. This day sheds light on the social and economic hardships widows face, which are frequently overlooked by their communities and policymakers. These hardships can include poverty, discrimination, and a lack of access to healthcare or legal protection. With over 258 million widows worldwide, the scale of this issue is staggering. Nearly 1 in 10 widows lives in extreme poverty, struggling to provide for themselves and their children, often with little or no support. Many widows become the sole providers for their families, working tirelessly to ensure their children have a future. Their determination and perseverance are a testament to the human spirit. Each number in these statistics represents a real person, a story of resilience, hope, and the will to survive against all odds. These women are not just statistics. They are mothers, daughters, sisters, and friends. International Widows' Day encourages us to challenge the systems and traditions that perpetuate suffering. It is a call to action for governments, organizations, and individuals to demand change and create a more equitable world. This day serves as a catalyst for meaningful conversation and action, inspiring communities to come together, raise awareness, and celebrate the courage and achievements of widows everywhere. By supporting widows through education, job opportunities, and legal rights, we can help them rebuild their lives and contribute to their communities. International Widows' Day is a beacon of hope, advocating for a world where every widow is seen, valued, and empowered to thrive. It is a vision of a future where no woman is left behind because of her loss. Let us use this day to educate ourselves and others about the injustices widows endure, and to amplify their voices so they are heard and respected. It's an opportunity to stand in solidarity, to reach out with empathy, and to say, "We see you, we hear you, and we will not forget you." Together, by raising awareness and taking action, we can build a more just and compassionate world, one where every widow has the chance to heal, to grow, and to shine. Widowhood often marks the start of severe poverty for countless women around the world. The loss of a husband is not just an emotional tragedy, but also a turning point that can plunge a woman and her children into a life of uncertainty and hardship. In many societies, widows are left without any financial security, forced to navigate a world that suddenly feels hostile and unforgiving. Discrimination becomes a daily reality, as widows are often marginalized and excluded from community life. They may be shunned, ignored, or even blamed for their husband's death, deepening their sense of isolation. Stripped of inheritance and property rights, many widows are left homeless or forced to live in precarious conditions. Legal systems in some regions fail to protect their rights, leaving them vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. Economic challenges mount quickly. Without their husband's income, widows must find ways to support their families, often taking on multiple low-paying jobs just to survive. The burden of providing for their children falls entirely on their shoulders. This cycle of poverty traps not only the widows, but also their children, who are frequently forced to work instead of attending school. The lack of education and healthcare for these children perpetuates the cycle of disadvantage for generations. Social stigma and harmful traditional practices further isolate widows. They may be subjected to verbal abuse, shunned by neighbors, or denied participation in community events, making it nearly impossible to rebuild their lives. In some cultures, widows are pressured or even forced to remarry, often against their will, or are completely ostracized. Their value is seen only in relation to their husbands, erasing their individuality and humanity. Many widows are left dehumanized and without identity, vulnerable to violence and abuse. With little or no legal protection, they face physical, emotional, and psychological harm, often with nowhere to turn for help. Their struggles remain hidden from public view, perpetuated by deep-rooted cultural norms and a lack of awareness. The silence surrounding their suffering allows injustice to continue unchecked. Understanding these challenges is crucial if we are to dismantle the systems of injustice that keep widows trapped in poverty and despair. It is only by acknowledging their plight that we can begin to create meaningful change. We must bring these silent struggles into the light, raise our voices in solidarity, and advocate for policies that protect and empower widows everywhere. Let us stand with widows, ensuring their rights, dignity, and safety are upheld, and work together to build a world where no widow is left behind. International Widows Day is more than just a date on the calendar. It is a powerful platform that brings together voices from every corner of the globe. On this day, widows and their allies unite to demand recognition, respect, and the fundamental human rights that are so often denied to them. It is a moment to shine a light on the struggles faced by millions of widows, many of whom remain invisible in their own communities. The call for justice echoes in rallies, protests, and public forums, where widows bravely step forward to demand their rightful place in society. They advocate not only for themselves, but for future generations of women who deserve to live with dignity and security. International Widows Day affirms that widows are not alone. They have rights, dignity, and a future worth fighting for. Through solidarity and support, widows find hope and strength to rebuild their lives, even after profound loss. The fight for widows' rights is about more than legal recognition. It is about ensuring that every woman can live free from discrimination, violence, and social exclusion. It is about challenging the deep-rooted biases that keep widows marginalized and vulnerable. Critical issues like inheritance and property rights are at the heart of this struggle. Too often, widows are denied the right to own or inherit property, leaving them and their children in poverty and insecurity. These injustices must be addressed to create lasting change. Legal reforms are essential to guarantee equal rights and economic security for widows. Governments must enact and enforce laws that protect widows from exploitation and ensure they have access to justice, resources, and opportunities to thrive. Social awareness is a powerful driver of change. By educating the public about the realities of widowhood, we can break down harmful stereotypes and foster empathy and understanding within communities. When widows share their stories, they challenge misconceptions and inspire others to stand with them. These personal narratives are vital in shifting attitudes and building a more inclusive society. This growing awareness fuels political will, encouraging leaders to pass and uphold laws that protect widows' rights. Advocacy and activism are crucial in holding those in power accountable for meaningful change. A widow's rights do not end with her husband's life. They extend into every aspect of her future, ensuring her security, independence, and full participation in her community's social, economic, and political life. International Widows Day is a powerful reminder to hold governments and institutions accountable for upholding these rights. It is a call to action for everyone to demand justice and equality. It's a day to recommit ourselves to building a world where every widow is recognized, protected, and empowered to live with hope and dignity. Together, by standing in solidarity and taking action, we can create a future where widows everywhere enjoy justice, respect, and the opportunity to thrive. Supporting widows transforms families, communities, and generations. Empowering widows advances women's empowerment and challenges gender inequality. A widow's stability is crucial for her children's well-being. Economic security allows widows to provide for their children's needs and education. Educating a widow's children creates a brighter future for their community. Supporting widows sends a message of respect and equality to future generations. It models a just society, teaching compassion and justice as actions. Empowering widows is linked to broader goals of women's empowerment and children's welfare. Lifting a widow lifts her entire family, fostering stability and education. It's a powerful truth. When you help a woman, you help the world. Let us invest in widows, creating a more equitable world for all. International Widows Day began with a promise born from tragedy. Raj Lumba, later Lord Lumba, witnessed his mother's struggles as a widow in India. She faced social ostracism and financial hardship, raising 7 children alone. Her strength inspired Lord Lumba to honor her legacy by supporting widows. He founded the Lumba Foundation in 1997 to raise awareness and promote welfare. The foundation campaigned globally, leading to the first International Widows Day in 2005. Their efforts culminated in the UN recognizing June 23rd as International Widows Day in 2010. A son's promise became a global movement for justice and dignity. This story reminds us of the power of compassion and action. Together we can continue this legacy, advocating for widows worldwide. June 23rd was chosen for International Widows Day to honor Lord Lumba's mother. It marks the day his father died, beginning her journey as a widow. This date transforms personal grief into global solidarity and hope. It humanizes the issue, connecting individual stories to a broader movement. The date is a tribute to mothers who fight for their children against all odds. It symbolizes turning pain into purpose, focusing on empowerment and hope. June 23rd bridges personal and political, honoring individual struggles. It's a testament to the impact of one story igniting a global movement. Every year, we honor Shrimati Pushpawati Lumba and all widows facing injustice. This date is a promise that their stories will not be forgotten. Our goal is to move beyond awareness to sustainable solutions for widows. Legal reform is crucial, amending discriminatory laws on inheritance and property. Economic opportunities empower widows, providing vocational training and microloans. Technology connects widows to support networks and resources. Digital literacy is essential for economic participation, especially in underserved areas. Social change requires challenging stereotypes and promoting equality. Community engagement and education teach respect and compassion. The future for widows is brighter when societies value them as capable individuals. Let us build a world where widows are empowered and respected. Together we can create a future of dignity and opportunity for all widows. Let us commit to this vision, ensuring no widow is left behind. Empowering widows is key to achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Supporting widows contributes to ending poverty and promoting gender equality. Economic opportunities and social protection lift widows out of destitution. Ensuring widows' rights advances SDG 5 gender equality. Their well-being is linked to health, education, and justice goals. Framing widowhood as part of global progress mobilizes resources. Investing in widows is a strategic imperative for sustainable development. Policymakers must prioritize widows to meet SDG commitments. International Widows Day holds leaders accountable to their global promise. Together, we can ensure widows are part of a better future for all. International Widows Day inspires hope and action for change. One person's compassion can ignite a global movement. The future we envision is one of compassion and support for widows. Every woman deserves the opportunity to rebuild her life with dignity. Let this day be a call to action, supporting organizations and advocating for policies. We can challenge prejudices and stand in solidarity with widows worldwide. Let us replace pity with empowerment and charity with justice. The journey of a widow is one of strength and rebirth. Let us be allies, helping them turn grief into growth. On International Widows Day, let us commit to a world of dignity and hope. Together we can light the path to a just world for every widow.